question one more time. Okay. So growing up, my parents forbid me from having a mirror in the house because when we did have a mirror, I would stare at myself in the mirror all day long, call myself the reflection of perfection, call myself so handsome. So needless to say, they forbid me from having a mirror. So the other day I noticed a suspicious mole on the back of my neck. You're probably asking yourself, if you don't have a mirror in your household, how did you notice the mole? Well, you see, I was born with 5 eyes in the back of my head. I am the lizard. I don't know. This is like an avant-garde joke, but I'm segueing into something funnier, I promise. Okay, so I made an appointment with the dermatologist to get the mole checked out. He diagnosed me as having hypochondria. I was concerned. I'm like, hypochondria? What is that? Oh no, do you have any creams you can prescribe for hypochondria? He told me, no, it's just bacne. I'm like, bacne? What is that? He told me that was acne on the back. Ooh, what a relief. Just bacne. But did you ever notice when a doctor's appointment requires you to be naked, why do doctors knock before entering the room? For a full-body dermatology check, he told me to get naked, get into a gown. He left the room. Before re-entering, he knocked. Why is he knocking? Is he warning me to stop rummaging through his latex gloves? Band-aids and cotton swabs? I'm naked. He might as well just burst in the door and say, I'm here now. It's time to party. What is he warning me about, you know? When I was about 18 years old, my mother belonged to this recreational center. At the recreational center, there was a gym, there was a basketball court, there was a pool. I would go as a guest. Did you ever notice in gym locker rooms, why are there so many naked men? And they're not young, fit men either. And they're tall, they're short, they're fat, they walk around with no shame. Me personally, I would try to get changed into my bathing suit as quickly as possible so nobody could notice. But these guys are having conversations with one another, completely naked. Like, so Chuck, tell me about the weather. I don't know, Donald, tell me about politics. They were naked men zombies in the steam room. They were naked men zombies in the sauna. They were everywhere. So I got the wise idea to steal gowns from my dermatologist and hand them out to everybody in the gym locker room. Why were there so many naked men in gym locker rooms? It's really baffling to the mind. How many of you have a smartphone? If you don't have a smartphone, I'm guessing you're either living under a rock or you're from North Korea. People groan at that one. I don't know. North Korea is a pretty bad place, but I guess you got to be like. But yeah, since you're here at the comedy club tonight, I'm guessing you're not from North Korea. How do you program names into your smartphone? I program people in by their full name. For example, my mother I program in as Christy North. My father I program in as Robert Koloski. But they think that's weird. They think I should have them programmed in as mom and dad. They think I'm weird, but they're juvenile with their names. They went through a divorce and can't stand each other, so they have each other programmed in as asshole and monster. Yeah, I was surprised. I thought I was going to get like no reaction, but everybody's like making people. Everybody likes divorce jokes, I guess. So when you know somebody's first name but you don't know their last name, how do you program them in? This guy I met doing comedy named Timothy. I called him Timothy Comedy in my smartphone. This person I met at college named Russell in my philosophy class. He is Russell Philosophy. A woman I met on Tinder named Samantha. Her name is Samantha Tinder. I'm just joking. Her name is actually Samantha Rejected Me. She was repulsed by me, and there's a little devil icon next to her name. I butchered that, but that's okay. It was supposed to be, but okay. So I like to imagine, I wonder how people have me programmed in their smartphone. I like to imagine it's Andrew Rockstar. But when I looked at a buddy cell phone, it was actually Andrew Crazy. I bet you bullies have you programmed in as Andrew Manchild or Andrew Weirdo, I don't know. Someday I'm going to be Andrew Rockstar on everybody's phone. Yay! Okay, how many of you have neighbors you can't stand or you're not warm to their... Where we used to live, we had a... Yeah, right. I think we all have that. Where we used to live, we had an next door neighbor I didn't hate, but I wasn't exactly warm to his presence. The first day he moved in, I was taking a walk around the neighborhood, drinking a juice box. I threw it on the ground. and kept walking. A few moments later, somebody comes behind me, taps me on the back. I scream like a little girl thinking I'm getting attacked. I'm like, ah! It was a neighbor. He hands me the juice box. He says, I'd appreciate it if you didn't litter on my property. I apologized. I told him I would never do it again. He walked away, so I took the juice box and I threw it on another neighbor's lawn. Over time, we began to repair the relationship. We became neighborly again. One night when I came home from college, he was screaming and shouting at the ice cream man. What type of hothead screams at the ice cream man? I'm guessing he was either rude to his small children, or I can't imagine, or screwed up his children's order, but I can't imagine what the ice cream man could have done for you to scream at the ice cream man. It was unlike anything I've ever seen before. A few days, weeks, months, maybe years later, there was a blizzard, and me and my stepdad had to do hard back-breaking labor, shoveling snow. We did not have a snowblower. The neighbor saw this, and he did have a snowblower. So he snow blew our driveway for us, saved us a lot of hard back-breaking labor. As a thank you, my stepdad bought donuts for him and his small children. My stepdad took the donuts, brought them over to the neighbor's house. The neighbor wasn't home, so he brought them back to our house. They sat on our kitchen table. I love donuts. Who doesn't? So I took one, then another, then another. When all was said and done, I ate half the box of donuts. I was going to tell my stepdad, we need to get him a new box of donuts. We can't present the neighbor with a half-eaten box of donuts. But my stepdad did not get the message in time. I was cringing. He presented the neighbor with a half-eaten box of donuts. My stepdad had no clue. But the neighbor clearly knew, though, because during the next blizzard, he passive-aggressively only snow blew half of our driveway for us. My stepdad asked me, why is he being so rude? What is his problem? I told my stepdad, the problem is he probably doesn't like chocolate donuts. The problem is the donuts, and you donuts have been a great audience.